Yes, now we have to start this gases. See here, gas is matter that has no definite shape. Gases take the shape of whatever container they are in. Already we discussed this one. We know we can't see the gases, we can't hold the gases, right? Here, there is no definite shape and definite volume to these gases. They can move randomly from one place to another place due to large gap between one particle to another particle in gases. Very, very less attractions. That means weak attractions will be present one particle to another particle in gases. So gases take the shape of whatever container they are in. Means we can't take gases in open containers. We can take in closed containers only, like balloons. When we take air in balloon, that means when we fill air in balloon, then only we can see the shape to that gas. No, otherwise not. We can't hold the gases in open containers. At that time, we can't see the particular shape to the gases here. So example given, the air all around us is a gas. We know air is a mixture of gases like carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen, yes, noble gases. So that is a mixture of gases. Okay, here we can't identify the particularly where is oxygen in air, where is a carbon dioxide in air, where is a nitrogen in air. Can you say by seeing air, there is a hydrogen, there is a oxygen, there is a nitrogen? Yes, will you say like that?
No, teacher.
No, but we know air is a mixture of gases here, right? So water vapor is an invisible gas that is always in the air. Clouds are made up of water vapor. We know water vapor will be present in the air. So that is our invisible gas that is. Okay, always that is present in the air only. So clouds are made up of water vapor only. Okay, do you know this one?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Water cycle with.
Yeah. So steam floating up from the sidewalk after the rain or from a hot bowl of soup is water vapor. So we know this one. From hot soup or from any food item, when it is hot, the water vapor will be observed, right? And when it's raining, we observe that water vapors. Do you know this one? Steam. Don't you know?
Pogalu, ma'am.
Averi teacher.
We can take ఆవిరి, రైట్. మనం ఏదైనా కుక్ చేసినప్పుడు దాని నుండి వేడిగా ఉన్నప్పుడు దాని నుండి ఆవిరి వస్తుంది. మనం ఏదైనా క్యాప్ పెట్టేస్తే కాసేపు అయిన తర్వాత క్యాప్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది?
Water vapor will come.
ఎస్, ఆ స్టీమ్ అంతా అందులో నుంచి వచ్చే ఆవిరి అంతా కూడా బౌల్ పైన పెట్టిన క్యాప్ అంతా కూడా వాటర్ వేపర్ లాగా చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. మనం ఓపెన్ చేయగానే వాటర్ అంతా జారిపోతుంది. మనం డైరెక్ట్ గా కూడా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయొచ్చు. దాంట్లో నుండి మనకి ఏంటి వేపర్స్ అనేవి కనిపిస్తాయి. అండ్ మనకి రెయిన్ పడేటప్పుడు మీరు చూడొచ్చు. ఎలా అంటే రెయిన్ వస్తున్నప్పుడు మీరు సైడ్ నుండి చూస్తున్నప్పుడు ఏంటి సపరేట్ గా స్టీమ్ అనేది వస్తూ ఉంటుంది చల్లగా. మీరు విండో పక్కన కూర్చుంటే మీకు తెలుస్తుంది రెయిన్ పడేటప్పుడు వాటర్ వస్తూ ఉంటాయి, రైట్. స్ప్రింకిల్స్ లాగా పడుతూ ఉంటుంది. మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా చూడండి, ఏదైనా షెల్ఫ్ కానీ ఏదైనా ఉన్నప్పుడు మీ ఇంటి బయట, సో దాని నుండి ఇట్లా చాలా ఏంటి షవర్ లాగా చాలా చిన్నగా వస్తూ ఉంటుంది. దాన్ని చూస్తుంటే చాలా హ్యాపీగా అనిపిస్తుంటుంది. ఆ రెయిన్ అంతా కాదు, దాని పక్క నుండి ఇలా చిన్నగా వస్తూ ఉంటుంది స్నో లాగా, చాలా బాగుంటుంది. సో అదంతా కూడా స్మాల్ వాటర్ వేపర్స్ అన్ని కూడా. ఓకే, సో దట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో ఇన్ ద gaseous form. See Nana, some of the properties of gases here. Gases have an indefinite shape and an indefinite volume because the particles can move past one another. Here gases, there is no shape and there is no volume due to large gap between one particle to another particle, right? and there is a less attraction between one particle to another particle. So one particle can move randomly from one place to another place. So gases are easily compressible because there is a great deal of free space between particles. See Nana, here from one particle to another particle, there is a large gap present, right? So we can easily compress our solids, sorry, gases. We can easily press that one. When you take the balloon, you can easily press that one. Yes or no? So all the gases we can press very easily here. So gases flow very easily because the particles randomly move past one another. So here, when they have compressibility property, so this fluid nature also present to these gases. Due to space between the particles, they can move randomly from one place to another place. So that's why we can say gases can flow very easily. When compared to liquids and solids, gases can flow very fastly. Are you understood these 3 points here? Any doubts, anyone? Yes, you can talk, anyone, if you have any doubts, or otherwise say yes or no.
No teacher.
No teacher.
No teacher.
See, Nana?
No teacher.
Okay, right. See, already we discussed this activity, identifying the shape and volume of liquids. Yes. So here, different containers we are observing. So one is a small conical flask we are taken, and round bottom flask, and with one big conical flask we are taken here, right? So see, different containers we have, beaker we have, and this measuring jar we have here. So here are in all these beakers, in all these containers, we have water. Now, can you guess what shape of this water and shape of the, sorry, volume of this water? This is a measuring jar. Okay, this is a conical flask. This is the beaker. This is, these two also conical flask only. This is also beaker only. Now tell me shape and volume of the water in all these.
Teacher.
Yes, tell me fast.
What is?
Tell me shape and volume of the water in measuring jar, conical flask, and beaker.
The measuring jar have the shape of the liquid is measuring jar, and the conical flask has the shape of liquid is conical flask.
Okay.
The beaker has the shape in the liquid, the beaker size.
Okay.
The volume of these 250 milliliters.
Okay, Nana, good. See here, first of all, we are taking water in a measuring jar. So what is the shape and volume of this? Here, measuring jar shape. In that, the volume is fixed here. So see, up to here, it is occupied. So this is the volume of the water now. Volume means the space occupied by the solid, liquid, or gas here. So this is the volume occupied by the water in this measuring jar. So it is fixed here. Up to here, it is fixed. So the volume is fixed here in this. And see, conical flask. So the shape is conical flask shape now. Now the volume is fixed here in this. Now here, beaker shape. The volume is fixed in this. Okay, whatever the container will take, in that container, they have fixed shape and fixed volume. Okay. Okay, see here. Do the gases have a definite shape? Yes, see now. We can take gases in closed containers only. You can see one round balloon or long balloon. So like this, in closed containers only we can take the gases. We can't hold the gases in open containers. Okay, so in this balloon, see, when we fill the air in this balloon, the particles in this balloon occupy the total space, Nana, because there is a large gap between one particle to another particle in gases. See, there is a large gap between one particle to another particle. They have very less attractions. So when we fill the air into balloon, so here the total space occupied by the gas particles in this balloon. So the particles move randomly in that balloon. Okay, they'll not stay at one place like solids. They'll move randomly from one place to another place. In this also, the particles occupy the total space here and they move randomly from one place to another place. Okay, are you understood this one?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
See?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Nana. So see here, we can take the gases in cylinders, in perfume bottles. Yes, we fill the gas into that. They are the closed containers only, right? So by applying a lot of pressure, okay, we fill the gas into these cylinders. Now, observing the compressibility of different materials. Now, you will get understood here compressibility property to solids, liquids and gases. See, we are taken, what is this, Nana, here? Yes, you can say. Mangadevi. What is the apparatus we are taking here? Material, what we are
It's a
taking?
piston.
Yeah, okay, this is a syringe, Nana. Okay. Injection, that's syringe. Okay, that one we are taken. So in that we filled chalk powder in one. We are filled chalk powder. So this is a solid. So here in another one we are taken liquid, water. Now next one is a empty. Nothing is here. So that is a gas. Nothing is here means air. Air will be present there. Okay. See. Now we are going to observe the compressibility property to this solid, liquid and gas. Now this is a piston, no? So here we have to press this piston. Okay. So here when we press this piston, when a solid, that means chalk powder is there inside of this. So we kept one cork, Nana, here. Okay, we kept one cork here. Here also cork and here also cork here. See, now when we press the nozzle of the piston, here chalk powder containing that the piston does not move. We completely filled in that chalk powder. So that is a solid, no? So here it does not move. But when we take the water, here again same we have to do here. We have to press the nozzle. Okay. So here what we observe, water we are taken, no? Here it is also hard to press the nozzle. We can press this one, but it is somewhat hard. And here when it is air, nothing is here means air will be present. So we can press this nozzle very fastly, very easily. Okay, we will not feel any difficulty here. We can easily press that nozzle. ఇక్కడ మనం ఏం చేసామంటే ఒక సిరంజి తీసుకున్నాం అనుకుందాం, లేదంటే ఒక 3 సిరంజి తీసుకున్నారు. సో ఒక దాంట్లో చాక్ పౌడర్ తీసుకున్నాం, ఇంకో దాంట్లో వాటర్ తీసుకున్నాం, ఇంకో దాంట్లో ఏమీ తీసుకోలేదు. ఏమీ లేదు అంటే అక్కడ ఎయిర్ ఉన్నట్టే. సో ఏం చేసాం ఇక్కడ, ఫస్ట్ చాక్ పౌడర్ తీసుకున్న దాన్ని ఆ నాజల్, మీకు ఇంజెక్షన్ ఎలా చేస్తారో తెలుసు. సో అలా మనం ప్రెస్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో ప్రెస్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఏమైంది, చాక్ పౌడర్ ఉంది కాబట్టి అదంతా కూడా ఒక సాలిడ్. సో అది అక్కడ మూవ్ అవ్వట్లేదు. మీకు ఇంట్లో మీ దగ్గర ఇది ఉంటే మీరు ట్రై చేయండి. సో అది ఇక్కడ ప్రెస్ అవ్వట్లేదు. అదే దాంట్లో వాటర్ తీసుకున్నాం, నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకో దాంట్లో వాటర్ తీసుకుని మనకు తెలుసు ఇంజెక్షన్ అనేది మనకి లిక్విడ్ ని ఇంజెక్ట్ చేస్తారు బాడీలోకి, రైట్? సో అది కొంచెం హార్డ్ గా ప్రెస్ అవుతుంది, కాకపోతే కొంచెం హార్డ్ గా ఉంటుంది. బట్ ఇక్కడ థర్డ్ వన్ చూసుకున్నట్టయితే ఇందులో ఎయిర్ ఉంది, ఏమీ లేదు. సో అది చాలా సింపుల్ గా మనం ప్రెస్ చేసేయచ్చు. So here by these observations, we can identify that gases have more compressibility when compared to liquids and solids. Liquids also have compressibility, but when compared to gases, they have less compressibility. But when compared to solids, they have more compressibility. Gases ki అన్నిటికంటే ఎక్కువ compressibility ఉంటుంది, liquid కి solid కంటే కూడా. ఓకే, లిక్విడ్స్ కి కూడా ఉంటుంది, కాకపోతే గ్యాసెస్ కంటే తక్కువగా ఉంటుంది, లిక్విడ్ సాలిడ్స్ కంటే ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది కంప్రెసిబిలిటీ ప్రాపర్టీ. ఓకే, ఆర్ యు అండర్స్టూడ్ దిస్ వన్?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, ma'am. Any doubts, please you can ask.
Yes, teacher.
So this is also same experiment here, that is only right. Now see, observing the diffusion of gases. So first of all, what is diffusion? Already you know this one, diffusion. See, diffusion is the movement of particles that allows them to spread out and mix with another particles. Or simply we can say diffusion is nothing but the movement of particles from one place to another place is known as diffusion. Here I'll write the definition. The movement of particles from one place to another is called diffusion. Now, which particles can move from one place to another place? Solid particles or liquid particles or
Yes.
gas particles? Now, we are going to check that one. Yes, I want to erase this one. Shall I?
Yes, teacher.
See now. For example, the smell of aftershave or perfume diffuses and is detected by people on the other side of the room. Is this true or not?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. So we can smell very easily. Here the perfume smell very easily diffuses from one place to another place, very fastly, from one room to another room. Yes. So because this is one of the gas here, gas particles can move randomly from one place to another place. They move very fastly. So that's why here perfume smell or after shave, that smells will move very fastly. That means diffuses very, very fastly from one place to another place here. So use the particle model to explain these facts about diffusion. So already we discussed that one. So in solids, we have very tight particles arrangement. In liquids, we have somewhat gaps, but in gases, they move randomly from one place to another place here. So that's why they diffuses very fastly. So diffusion occurs in liquids and gases, but hardly at all in solids. Can you guess diffusion occurs in solids? Diffusion property in solids. Solids can move or not from one place to another place?
No.
No, teacher.
No. But here. Okay, no. But in some situations, solids diffuses. In which situations solid diffuses? We'll discuss later that one. So here diffusion occurs in liquids and gases now, and hardly at all in solids. So we'll discuss that one later. So diffusion happens more quickly for gases than for liquids. We know diffusion property is more in gases than in liquids. And diffusion happens more quickly at warm temperature than at cool temperature. Why?
Because the particles in the gas are more large. between them, one particle to the another particle.
No, Nana. See here, diffusion happens more quickly at warm temperature than at cooler temperature. In cool temperatures, the particles have the density more, Nana. Heavier. The particles are heavier when they are in cool. But when it is warm, the particles are very light. So they can move randomly. Okay, I'll give you one example to understand this one. Why warm temperature is more diffuses than cooler temperature. Okay. All of you know about washing clothes, right? Clothes. డైలీ మనం క్లాత్స్ వాష్ చేస్తాం కదా, సో దాన్ని మనం ఏం చేస్తాం, ఆరేస్తాం. సో వెన్ మనం ఆరేసినప్పుడు అది ఏంటి వెట్గా ఉంటుంది కదా, అది వెయిట్ ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుందా తక్కువగా ఉంటుందా?
ఎక్కువగా ఉంటది.
అందులో అన్ని కూడా వాటర్ పార్టికల్స్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి అది వెట్ అనేది ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. ఈవినింగ్ టైంలోనో లేదంటే ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ టైంలో తీసేస్తాం, ఎందుకు డ్రై అయిపోతాయి కాబట్టి తీసేస్తాం. అప్పుడు వెయిట్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది?
Light.
లైట్ వెయిట్ లో ఉంటుంది, రైట్, లైట్ వెయిట్ లో ఉంటుంది. మరి ఫస్ట్ ఎందుకు వెయిట్ ఎక్కువగా ఉంది, ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకు వెయిట్ తక్కువగా ఉంది?
అందులో వాటర్
స్టోరేజ్ ఉంటుంది టీచర్.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు అది కూల్ గా ఉందా లేదంటే డ్రై గా ఉందా? వాటర్ ఉన్నప్పుడు
కూల్ గా ఉంది.
yes, it is wet, it is cool. So now you understood, I think. So the wet particles have more density than dry particles. So here the particles, when they are in warm temperature, they move randomly from one place to another place when they are in cool temperature. సో మనకి ఆ క్లాత్ కూడా నన్న మనం ఆ క్లాత్స్ ఏవైతే ఉంటాయో ఆరేసినప్పుడు అవి వెట్ గా ఉన్నప్పుడు ఎక్కువగా మూవ్ అవ్వవు ఎయిర్ వచ్చినప్పుడు, కానీ అవి డ్రై అయిన తర్వాత ఎక్కువగా ఎయిర్ వచ్చిందంటే అక్కడ నుండి ఇంకో ప్లేస్ కి వెళ్ళిపోతాయి, అవునా? Yes or no? అంతే. So you can understood by this. So the wet particles have more density than dry particles. So here I'll explain one activity here. Only 2 minutes is here, so that will not this one not completed. Okay, this is one of the very important activity, Nana. So don't miss the class on tomorrow.